Welcome to CigarOween, and also welcome my loves to Vlogoween. This is me in the woods here, giving a panoramic view, and there's the tractor. This right here is the Ellison graveyard. I kid you not. Look where I am. I am surrounded by woods, and this is the William Ellison family graveyard right here. Now, I'm gonna watch where I'm stepping because we still got snake country and everything. It is very, very dark out here, and there goes the tractor that way. So, we have our firearms and everything. And I want to be respectful. I hear some noise. I don't know if that sounds like a wood cutter or anything like that. Is the truck unlocked? Huh? Truck is unlocked. And we have the firearms because if I have to run, I am. But anyway, the sun is about to set, but I hear some chopping. But anyway, I just wanted you all to see that William Ellison was a slave, and he was of mulatto descent like many of us. I am of also mulatto descent, and a lot of people. But in Statesburg, South Carolina, which is where my great-grandmother is from, and she lived to 109 years old in 2000. She died in 2000. She was born in 1891. But he was born a little bit more earlier than that in the 1700s. And he came here after gaining his freedom from his father, and he was very prominent here in Statesburg, and you can read a lot about his story, but I wanted to come here just to show you the headstones and the graves of the Ellison plot there. So I hope that you can see it. It's easy to find. One of the roads is unmarked, but it's very easy to find. And so they have small, as you can see, gravestones there of some children perhaps. And I'm not going to walk around that way because I don't know, it's not that easy to walk around. Yeah, the tractor is coming. So what? Okay, well, it's all right. We got my mom freaking out here, so, but you want to go ahead and move it? So at any rate, he's coming, but I guess I'll have to try and move it. But this is live, and I'm gonna get inside here, and he has to do his thing. Let me get my, so I love this because this is live here. So I'm gonna move this way because I still want to take some footage here. So I'm gonna I don't know, what am I going to do?
You're gonna have to move on out the way because you got to come down.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just drive up and come back because I had no idea that oh my goodness, wait a minute, but this is all live and everything, but I heard some like tapping, and this is so exciting and everything, but you know, don't freak yourself out too much, you know. But anyway, they're mowing the grass through here, so I had no idea that was going to happen, and the directions was easy to find, so I'm gonna back it up through here. What does this say? What does this road say?
Fellow Lane.
This is Fellow Lane, and I'm so excited that you all get to see this live stream. Is something coming your way?
Nothing yet.
Nothing's coming. Okay.
He's coming.
Well, he's coming, but we're going to be on the other side of the road. So this is like the live stream, no edits, as you can tell, and I love this kind of like a film documentary. But I've been meaning to come to this place in this area for a very long time. So we do have neighbors down a private road here, and what am I gonna have to do?
You have to drive on the grass.
I'm gonna have to drive on the grass. I don't want to go into say, okay, he's coming over. So I'm gonna just let him move. We're gonna let him move past and everything and let him get himself together. He waved, so he's cool. Thank you, brother. All right, so we're gonna come this way, and a lot of people, obviously, this road is pretty much well traveled. When we first came down this road, you know, Mom was like, "Oh my God, is anybody down this road?" But this is very historic piece right here, and the directions were great. If you come off, what was the highway, 261 in South Carolina, if you're coming from like Sumter, South Carolina, and then you come into Statesburg, as soon as you pass the very long plantation fence, are we coming back on it? We didn't miss it, did we? Okay, it's on down. Then you veer off to the left, and then just a few paces, and then you're right here at the graveyard. But there was a lot of controversy surrounding William Ellis because he owned slaves. And you know, you got all these different stories. Some people say he was a hard-ass slave master, and being black and mulatto, you know, people were just like, but here's my thing, and I'm coming back up to it. We don't know if he really was a hard taskmaster, because what I do know, in defense of blacks who gained their freedom, free men who were mulatto and they owned their slaves, a lot of them did that to keep the family together. So that is why, you know, they own their slaves and stuff like that. So you have a good view from your way, right? Right. And I have a good view from my way. And also too, I'm just gonna keep it really real, and I'm gonna take out my tactical, but don't lock the doors. Mom has a habit of locking the doors sometimes, and I'm like, I got to get in where I get in. So from both directions they can see the vehicle, and I'm gonna get back out. But just to give you a little highlight, and I love this. So this is so cool. So again, you know, he owned the slaves, and then the church, I did a road trip out here before, because again, this is where my great grandmother hails from, of the Native American descent, woman of color, and she was born in 1891, and I had my great grandmother in my life for 29 years of my life, and she transitioned on in year 2000 at 109 years old. And I say this all the time, but for those who are tuning into the TAHDAH squad and, you know, are tuning in, then they can get to see this. But I'm going to read from this. William Ellison Jr., he was born in 1790, and he passed away in 1861. Before he was named William, he was named April in the month that he was born. This is what a lot of the slave women did when they named their children into the months. So he was born April Ellison, April 1790, and in December 5th, 1861, he transitioned. He was a cotton gin maker and blacksmith in South Carolina, right here, and a former slave who achieved considerable success in business before the American Civil War. He eventually became a major planter and one of the medium property owners and the wealthiest black property owner in the state of South Carolina. In the state of South Carolina, one of the wealthiest. Okay, well, not one of the wealthiest. That's what they're saying. He held 40 slaves at his death and more than 1,000 acres of land. From 1830 to 1865, he and his sons were the only free blacks in Sumter, South Carolina, Sumter County, to own slaves. The county was largely devoted to cotton plantations, and the majority population were slaves. Ellison and his sons were among a number of successful people of color in the antebellum years, but Ellison was particularly outstanding. Okay, he mastered and passed on social capital by apprenticing, and he learned valuable artisan trade as a cotton gin maker, at which he made a success. He had his wife and his children, and he purchased them. When he was 26 years old, after buying his own freedom at 26, he purchased his wife and their children to protect them from the sale of slaves, from being sold. Pretty much. That's what happened. And then the Act of 1820 made it more difficult for slaveholders to make personal manumissions. But Ellison gained freedom for his sons and a quasi-freedom for his surviving daughter, which she is out there in the graveyard, okay? And so he had great education, and I'm reading some of this from Wikipedia, okay? At the age of 21, he married April took Matilda, 16, a 60-year-old slave. She was born in 1795. They don't have the date of her death because on the headstone out there, you can't see it. And as his consort. So he took her as his consort because slaves did not have marriages that was legally recognized. And they had a daughter, Eliza Ann, and she was born in 1811. And then Eliza Ann married James M. Johnson. And then April, William Ellison, and Matilda had 7 more children, sons Henry, Reuben, and William Jr. William Jr. passed away in 1904, born in 1819. Reuben was born 1818, passed away in 1864. And Henry was born 1816, passed away in 1883. And Mary Elizabeth was born 1824 and passed away in 1852. Okay, and these are documented that he had these children, and they're trying to say that he had these children, some of them by 2 different women. But at any rate, that's it. And I'm gonna go back out here, and I'm gonna take these shades off because I need to see. And of course, we're gonna give respect, total respect, to the dead, the deceased. And that's what we're gonna do. But here we go. And I'm taking my tactical for the just in case. Because I'm a tactical girl, living in the tactical world. And, you know, because you have to be safe out here in the woods. So if I see anything running or coming, I'm a really good shot. So I'm going to just kind of keep it out the way of everyone and don't get that glare. Okay, so as you can see, those are the headstones. Gosh. Those are the headstones of William Ellison and his family, April Ellison. And a lot of them, let's see. Can you see the headstones? So they have it gated out here, and I'm very sure that they have family owners, family members, I should say, that will come out here to show their love. Now I'm walking, and you have to be very careful because, see, you got woods like all around here. So let me turn this way because I don't want anyone to see my tactical. So they get some pretty good traffic up in here. And these are the headstones. So we want to give reverence for all that he did. You know, sometimes you can catch what I like to call a bad rap sometimes by saying that you are a hard taskmaster or anything like that. And sometimes you could be showing a different face. You know, maybe you have to act that way to others because you are a free man, still in a little danger, for being ripped right out of your freedoms. And you have to act that way, like put on the mask. But then behind, I hear a crack. Did y'all hear that? But I took the safety off my gun. So if anything comes running out that woods, it's a wrap, because I'm a very good shot. I have a very powerful firearm. But we come in peace here, and you can hear the crackling in the woods and everything. But, you know, these could be spirits. You don't know. But we're at Vlogoween and CigarOween. And I love listening into the woods because you can hear different things. But I'm going to keep the safety off. And just wanted to show one more time the Ellison family plot. All of the headstones. And we go in peace and we thank them for the history. So I'm also going to come and do that shot right there. And this is a good trip. I'm trying to feel if I sense anything, because again, even though I do this for the love and, you know, Vlogoween, I do take this very seriously because, you know, I come a very strong line of intuitive women and intuitive men and an intuitive family. And I feel noble vibes out here. If that is crazy, if that doesn't make any sense here, but I feel very noble vibes, very proud vibes coming from this area. And it also gives you a sense that no matter how wealthy or powerful and the achievements, you know, we all pass. And I think because of their stature and because of this land here, you know, I just feel some very proud and noble vibes. I don't feel any sad vibes here. I feel an humbleness, and I also feel that sense of pride aura here. And even though the headstones are old, you know, I still feel that stately vibe coming from a real place. And I don't feel any negativity. I just feel a bunch of peace. I feel some inquisitiveness. When I first got out here and kept hearing some knocking over there, and then I heard some knocking over here, you just don't know. Spirits are all around us, and that's for real and everything. Like I said, I'm not conjuring up anything. I don't play those kind of games. But this is wonderful. So I'll probably come back again. And again, this is where my great-grandmother hails from, this area. And so they always talked about, you know, the prominent William Ellison. So this has been really, really dope. This has been really, really cool. And I love to honor the dead, but also as a woman who is, and that's my mom. And anyway, she's a little impatient, but, you know, she's an intuitive woman too. But, you know, she just, you know, can be a little bit testy. So usually she's not with me filming. But as a grown woman, you know, I'm going to back her down a little bit, and I'm going to go when I go. But yeah, I feel peaceful vibes. So this is the Ellison family graveyard. And I thank you so much for locking in. Do another shot. Thank you for a peaceful vibe. And we're out. This is so cool. Absolutely. The Ellison family plot. Very cool. All right, so we're still live. We're still live streaming here. Why'd you blow a horn? She's quiet now. At any rate, There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Ellison family plot. I'm going to secure my firearm and put the safety back on. And the natives around here, I'm sure a lot of them do know what's happening here with the family plot. It was, like I said, a lot of other researchers have come out here and they have given really great directions, because there is no sign and like there is no marker right there to tell you that this is it. So the family most likely wanted to keep this private, and if you know, then you know. I heard some noise over there, heard like a noise thing over there in the woods over there, so I was just like, whatever. But I was telling them that all I felt here was peaceful vibes here, and that I felt inquisitive vibes here, but mostly it was peaceful. And I told the audience that I felt regal, like the regal vibes here, like, okay. So again, when I was trying to explain, you know, they said he was a hard taskmaster. You know, obviously April William Ellison was a smart man, because you can show a game face, you know, especially when you're like 5 steps from being back in a slave, even though you have your freedoms and you're probably the slave owner's son and everything. So you have those things to gain you your freedom and stuff like that. But when he owned those slaves, he could have played the hard taskmaster. You know, I'm gonna use my little wand here for effect. He could have placed the hard taskmaster to give the obvious to the outside lookers, since a black man can buy his family and then own other slave workers. That gives them apprenticeship, that gives them skill, and that kept them from being beat down and hung, you know, in that era. Okay, so he could have played the hard taskmaster to the watchful eye of the other oppressors and the other slave owners. And then when he got behind the scenes, he was like, well, this is how it's got to be. I got to be a little tough on you, you know, because they might start tripping. And then with him buying his family, you know, people wasn't happy with that. You know, they wasn't happy with that. But, you know, he did his thing, and sometimes you just have to do it. I would love to talk to some of the ancestors, but yes, I get the very, very beautiful regal vibes. Very much so. And look, you can't see it, but it's 4:44 p.m. and I'm looking at that. Let me see if I can let you catch that. No, it went 4:45, but it was 4:44. And 4:44 with the angel numbers and stuff like that, that means that your angels are with you, good vibes and stuff like that. So, again, I don't play those games of things like fortune telling and stuff like that. And if people do that, that's on them. But that's not what I'm into. I'm just into natural, intuitive vibes. And so this was really, really cool. And I don't feel any danger, but again, it's good to have your protection. It's good to keep your phones when you're going on these kind of unknown documentaries or known. It's good to have your phones charged up, and it's good to have your tacticals. So coming from a tactical family and a military family, it's just common sense. Okay, so again, in here to lighten the mood up a little bit, I have my did you see my cigar? I didn't see my cigar, but I got my little bones in here, and I thought oh, there it is. Oh, so I'm gonna have a little smoke here. See if I can find, and look, I have my camo lighter, and that's because I do hiking. So, you know, I was just like, okay, this is the inner summer. It's not quite like it's unseasonal. We're in Indian summer right now, so you know those trees, the ground could have been a little more bare. That's why I didn't walk around, because you don't know if there could have been a snake or, you know, snake in the trees. You know, that's why I like hiking more in the fall, going into winter when you don't have no leaves in the trees, even though they can camouflage themselves. But you know, Anyway, I'm gonna light this up. Because this is CigarOween. But this was so cool. And this is gonna be one of the first of the trip. So I had the cigar in here. And I showed this in the prelude. So this is super cool. Like a little coffin. And then, golly, what did I do with it that quick? Gosh, this is live stream. What did I do with the lighter that quick? Oh, there it is, hiding from me. But this was so cool coming out here. And like I said, no markers. I need a cigarette, and I don't have my torch lighters on me, but it's okay. Improvise. Okay. So I thank the guy in the trailer because, in the tractor, because he had to do his job, but he was so patient. So shout out to the brother in the tractor. That was just too cool. It was just like everything was coming together. And like I said, the directions were really, really cool. And I'll put them below in the description box, TAHDAH Squad. So, when I do these things, I don't do any gimmicks or any tricks because I do believe in the vibe of spirits and good vibes of spirits. I feel like these people are resting peacefully because, you know, sometimes you transcend. You come here and you do your purpose. And like I said, I just feel really good vibes here. But I'm going to put this on just to see for a few minutes if I hear anything. Not expecting to hear anything, but, you know, we'll see. Okay, I'm not channeling anything, just to be clear on that. Again, no gimmicks. But what I listen for is the frequencies. within this mode here, there was some frequencies that was like shh. So there is some vibrations, but I'm not going to say what they are because I don't know what they are. But there were some skips in there, some vibrations. So no sounds of people saying hello, go away, leave here, or none of that. Just different frequencies. And sometimes that's what people listen for, the different frequencies and stuff like that. So, whoo, that is the end of that little road trip right here. This has been lovely. So we're going to lighten up everything before I leave. And I hope that you enjoyed this moment. April Ellison and family, thank you for the peaceful vibes. Thank you, Eternal, for the peaceful vibes. And I love this kind of stuff. Now, check it out. Still got the Sugar Skull theme here as we get ready to leave. And look it out. Check it out. Man, oh. My goodness. Okay. There we go. I was like, what happened? Isn't this the cutest little thing? We're lighting the mood here. This is so cute. I found this in the Halloween store and I thought it was adorable. Okay, 30 minutes. Documentary. And we go into drive. Thank you so much for locking in with me here at the Ellison family plot, a historic plot in Statesburg, South Carolina. All respect due. Got a little smoky there. And for all the TAHDAH squad, sisters, brothers, and leaving all enthusiasts, thank you for rocking with me. I'm Bebe Lolita, Cigara St. Sister, and we're out. See, the lights are gone. I hit it one more time to get it going. And we're out. This was a beautiful road trip, beautiful vibes here. Again, Regal vibes. The road is not much traveled, but people do live on this road. And thank you so much for locking in. I'm Bebe, Cigara St. Sister. You're at Cigara St. Sister Live. Happy Vlogoween, CigarOween, and come on back for more. Peace and love. You've been great. And it's nothing but beautiful vibes. We're at the end of the road. See, it's just a short stop from the end of the road. And there's a plantation house right there. And it'll be more Vlogoween to come.